Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to the invasion of the Soviet Union in Hearts of Iron 4. In between episodes, I did go ahead and rearrange a couple of our front lines here because they were just too messed up. In particular, our motorized units were too close to the Pripyat marshes. I want one of them to go south, one of them to go north. Then I also did assign a couple of divisions here just to the Baltic region because we are making some pushes here, and I would like to continue doing that. Now, that being said, there is, I think, a way that we might be doing some funny things down in this area over here. We might actually take one of our groups and not necessarily take them to Smolensk, but maybe take them further to the north here and potentially cut off these guys. I would like to do some large-scale encirclements, really. We have not had too much luck doing that so far, so let's see whether we can do that. We're going to need to see how these battles over here turn out. I don't actually think that this is going to be overly successful, so you know what, just stay over here for the moment, and then we're going to see how well you can defend. I think we should be able to fight off these couple of guys here in relatively short order, and that should then help out. Now, evidently, you guys, you're not going to get anywhere with this attack, so let's stop doing that. Let's instead come towards this town up there. We'll see whether these guys will withdraw anywhere, but we'll just need to check. There's no other way. Right, then the other thing that I noticed is, well, I did pull back most of our guys, so that does now leave a huge gap in this line. Now, one of the things that we could do, and which I think we are going to do, is these guys are not fully trained up yet, but they are nearly fully trained up. So let's go ahead and deploy these guys. That does give us a new full army, which I'm going to assign towards this northern group. And then we're going to give you a proper army, which might just as well be anyone here. Yeah, let's take this guy. And your job is basically just to guard this front line. You don't need to do anything fancy here. Just keep it up, and of course do at least prepare some advanced line to clear off these marshes. I don't need to do that much else. Right, yeah, and you are moving down there. You can actually move via rail if you fancy doing that. That would be great. Now, the other bit that we could do is, I noticed that up over here, the Romanians have made a little bit of a push in this sector, and there is an empty province over here, so potentially we might simply take most of these guys here, at least, not these ones here in the far west, kind of, but all of these guys down here at the very least. You know what, we can probably select them just like that. So all of you guys do walk here to the north and then try to cross into there, and we're going to see whether we can break in behind all of these guys while we're clearing out this other little pocket down there, which would also be fairly lovely. Right, I think the biggest battle for now that is evolving is either going to be here. We're also trying to push very aggressively with our armored corps through this province here. And I think we should see that we can penetrate these tanks. Oh, we're actually driving them back. Well, that's a lovely result. Even though that, of course, means that we're going to have further battles down the road. But that is already a fairly good result there. Let's see whether we can break through there truly. And then what we're going to do here is bring more troops up to the north. This defense really should not take too long, I hope at least. We are defending over here, that's a little bit of a concern. We might be able to do some things up in this sector too, but we'll truly need to see. I'm a little bit skeptical. I also noticed that these guys are swarming all over the place, so even if we do win here now, I'm not entirely sure where we're going to proceed next. We'll need to see what we can do there. Right, you guys are coming down. You guys should come down to the south here. Or to the north. Yeah, you're probably one of that army groups, aren't you? Right, we are sending more troops into this area here. We should hopefully win the defense there. But I'm mostly at this point concerned about this area up here, because we should really see our troops arriving that province every second now. We do, and we are immediately coming under counterattack. Notice how much attack power we have against these guys. So that is fairly fantastic. And I think we're going to win this kind of easily, especially if we are getting more troops to reinforce. as we would kind of hope that they can. Right, you guys, you are trying to swarm all over the place. Don't do that, please. Let's try to see where we want to attack and where we think that is going to be more likely. And honestly, I think at this point it might be the smaller engagement up here, because we can then try to meet them up here. So let's drive all of our units towards the north here in the hope of really getting a foothold there. This is going to potentially take a while, but it might be very useful. Oh, right, look at this. These guys are out of power there. Now, where do we want to drive with you? We could take a little big detour here, or we could try to fix them in position there. Maybe let's try to do the smaller one, simply because I think if we're trying to bite off more than we can chew here, I think we might be in a bit of trouble. Now, our troops here, no, there's one of our troops that has been supporting this, so that is good. We are seeing a lot of enemy tanks at this point, so we probably will need to adjust our tank schedules in a moment. But for now, everything seems to be fine. Right, you guys are fighting down there in Riga. Okay, more troops are trying to leave Riga. In that case, I would like to attack. And we are now attacking across the river, which is very likely not going to be optimal. But it does allow us to pin them in place, which is exactly what I want to do here. Guys are trying to move about there, that's fine. Really, this is I think the most important battle that we're currently fighting. And then stop it for a second. And then we've got this battle over here where we are being attacked. I think we can defend here for the moment and see how that develops afterwards. This battle up here is also kind of important. And I don't really know why a lot of these guys here are always not fighting. You kind of always should be trying to support this battle. The sooner we can finish these guys off, excuse me, the sooner we can finish them off the bat, obviously. Now, interesting that we are being attacked over here. It does say, excuse me, it does say that we're probably going to lose that fight, but I'm not entirely sure I buy that for the moment. We're getting some reinforcements here with fast troops. Some of these battles are entirely pointless, it seems, but maybe we can do an attack over here. Mostly that is so that these guys can... Okay, let's grab one of you guys, potentially the 957 division. And I want to grab that because it hasn't been reinforced yet. So you guys are going to try to attack here simply so that they can't reinforce. There's no point in that attack. It's not gonna. We're not gonna win the battle. But again, that is maybe not always the point. Okay, we won here. That's great. Let's grab the army group here of Rommel and see what we can do here. Now, we could of course try to just bypass them completely over there, or we could try to attack this city itself. And I think we're going to split the difference and attack here actually with not necessarily the horses, the cavalry, but with at least, you know what, like 3 or 4 infantry divisions. You guys are going to move here, half of you are going to move there, one of you is going to move there, and one of you is going to move there. We are very short on supplies here, and supplies are evidently a bit much bigger issue than they ever were in Hearts of Iron 4 at least. I think in Hearts of Iron 2 supplies could be an extreme issue, and or supply, I don't really know what it was it called, transport efficiency or something like that. British Raj is joining, that thing is done. That means more of our troops are going to be sent towards the front line, that's nice. You guys are down here, someone is going to attack this hex up there. Let's pin these guys in place. I think I'm going to be fine with this attack, even though it doesn't necessarily go in a direction that we need it to go in the moment, but that's fine. Really, we do need to win this battle over here. It's such a small sector that we're fighting over, but still I think it's quite crucial. Also, let's make sure that all of you guys are under attack here. Okay, let's try to bring you over there. Again, just trying to circle these guys in. And hoping at least that these motorized troops are a little bit more... hopefully they're going to be better off over there. Right, I'm thinking this battle here is probably going to... We're going to probably win the defensive one. But I don't think we're going to win the other battles there. Notice that these guys are now withdrawing, which is lovely. But still we've come under secondary attacks here. And that is a bit of an issue. New Zealand has joined the war, so that is a thing. Not necessarily the greatest concern, though. Right, okay, you are coming under attack here, but you are doing much better now than you were before, so that is good. And you guys are doing fine here. Let's try to, again, move into some of these places that are looking a little bit unoccupied for the moment. Because I think we do have a chance to cut off units, make our life easier in the future. It is now August, so probably very soon we're going to see some bad winter effects. Yeah, okay, this battle up there is not going to go where we need it to be. So you troops just stay here for the moment. Right, now this is done. And since we are not going to win that one, I think we're going to simply try to win a battle over here. 86%, that's looking good. This breakthrough over here has already been cushioned off by the Russians. So no luck there. And this attack down here, again, just doesn't seem to be going where we need it to go. Right, by the way, guys, can you attack here? Again, I would like to pin in most of these people to the degree possible. And what I would really not like to see is you attacking places that don't need to be attacked. Australia? Interesting that New Zealand did join before Australia there. Right, okay, Riga could come under attack soon. Okay, we've finished you guys. Let's support that attack. Tanks should be closing off there. Ah, come on. Come on. Just win. British Malaya. Okay, these motorized troops are not going to win against these tanks. Let's try to get towards Tallinn then. Yeah, this battle here is not going in our favour. Let's keep where we are then. Any battle here that we need to support or fight? No, I don't think so. So we're going to move up here to the north, hoping to support that position. I would really love to win down here. Unfortunately, we did actually win here, which is not actually what I needed, because these troops were not ones that we were after, really. We need to encircle them. We can't just drive them back. Driving back is not a winning strategy for the Germans. Right, okay, you guys, all of you, are fighting down there, and that's kind of nice and everything, but that's really, again, not what we want. So, let's drive around here and try to come back towards the south here. Except half of you, which are going to try to get towards Kiev, and again, half of you are going to try to drive towards the north here a little bit more directly. Let's see whether that is going to work. I kind of doubt it, but this battle here really rages on for such a long time. Guys, can you be a little bit more aggressive here? Okay, motorized troops. You need to fight them off there, and you guys... No, sorry. No. Right, you guys attack Riga. Who dares wins? Yes, but what else do we have here? Okay, we are seeing more and more troops that are going into all of these different places here. Well, can we take you and... or you? You're fighting there. Yes. Well. Right, okay, get you there. Try to attack this place. Yeah, we are already under counterattack there. That's become so effective. Just attack everything everywhere where you can, and they're going to be driven off. Well, at least we are screwing with these guys down here, which is kind of nice. And we are pushing up these troops there. That's good. But this pocket over here should really have become a little bit better by now. Okay, let's try to support these attacks further. People being shot down. Well, don't let yourself get shot down, please. If you can avoid it at all. And you're still being attacked by a single guy over here, but you can't shake him off. There's just single guy is overwhelming you there. Okay, we did finish the encirclement here. Let's try to... I mean, you don't necessarily need to attack, but you do need to support the attack so that we can make sure that they're going to be gone soon. Right, and all of you, stop. All of you, where do we want to attack? I don't think across the river here is a winning move to attack these guys. And I don't think this is particularly useful to attack towards the side here. So it might actually be the best bet to... I think this is 2 troops moving over here. 4 are going to stay and 1 is going to move north. But we do want to try to create a breakthrough that we can then exploit to get this little bulge here. So I think attacking across there might be the best bet, even though it's going to be a tough fight. You guys all fine here? Still this attack here in the north is persisting and taking a long while. And this doesn't seem to be going anywhere either. Ah, too bad. Okay, you guys are being attacked over there, that's fine. You know what, you try to get down there. I would really like to cut these guys off now. Okay, you guys, come on, attack. You've successfully defended here. We do need the attack to succeed as well. Okay, these troops down here again. Support the attack, please. Come on now. Come on. I know you can do it. Okay, we are again under attack here. But again, we are driving them away. So this is exactly kind of the situation that I like to see. Except, of course, the counterattack, which does just slow us down. That's the main issue here. Anything else is really not that bad. It's really only the fact that we are being slowed down. What I should do is also make sure that our armored divisions are really just sticking to the front there. Like so. The rest of the army is fine. The rest of the army can stay back a little bit more. It's just you guys. Okay. Riga has been bopped. So, tiniest encirclement there that we got, but well, at least it's something. Yeah, but I think we can stop the fast troops here. They really should be focusing on trying to get their strong points together. So I suppose what we can try to do is grab all of you, well, you're already doing that, and try to get towards Tartu and then towards Narva to again maybe do a small encirclement there. Okay, the fight's down here. Not going how we need them to go. And this is tough. This is a tough battle that we are fighting here. And some of these rivers are really really built in a way that that they're not necessarily good for us. Yeah. But nothing big that we can do over here. What we could do is grab you guys and come up over this way. Yeah. I think that should overwhelm these guys a little bit more easily. I'm not entirely sure why you're attacking there, but it does pin these guys in, so I do appreciate the thought there. Come on, come on. Ah, no. No, not worth it. Yeah, we are doing better over here now, but it's still a little bit tough to throw them out of there. So let's try to attack the side here. in the hope that that will drive his organization down a little bit faster, which again should then allow us to actually get towards Tartu. Vilnius is going to lose out soon. I would really love to. Okay, we need more troops over there. Defend there. You guys are kind of fine over here, but maybe come at least towards the north here. You can support the attack. And that should allow these guys then to be much, much more aggressive here than they currently are. Yeah, whenever we do find these small gaps, we tend to do fine. But they are very good at plugging these gaps. I mean, yes, we did give a huge boost to the AI. But still, it's nice to see that it does work sometimes. Yeah, I would like to further create chaos down there. Speaking of chaos, ooh, that's one of the most important upgrades that we completely missed. Right, what else do we need then? Let's briefly look at the technology here. I don't think any of this is critical. Yes, that would be nice, and it's only 70 days. Many of these things are nice, but they are all ahead of time for the moment. Not by much, but they are. Don't think we need the light tanks. They are of course nice, but not really required. Much better artillery, good. Support anti-tank weapons, everyone has better piercing. Well, the things we can pierce them fine, it's our armor that is currently insufficient. Yeah, mostly fine for the moment, I think. Could certainly do with better radar. And could most certainly do with better construction too. Let's do construction because I'm really concerned about our supply situation. And if our supply situation does falter here, that's not a good sign. Let's try to move one of you guys towards the south and the rest is going to move north. Okay, the guys now moving north are immediately coming under attack here, but I think it's going to be alright, actually. You are attacking there. You know what? Let's have you guys attack these tanks. Halfway to keep them in place, half them to make them a little bit weaker. Yeah, and this battle up here, I had hoped that it would turn out alright, but it just did not. Such a pity. It looked so good. It looked so good on paper. Just, in the end, wasn't worth it. Right, you guys are short on supplies. But I do think if we attack over here, we're going to have these guys break off their attack, which is lovely. Are you guys moving towards the north? No, you're moving some other place entirely. Let's try that again. Let's make sure that we are supporting attacks over here. Yeah, they are rushing towards the Baltics now, which is, on the one hand, bad because there we had a nice place where we did have a couple of breakthroughs. On the other hand, that does mean that some of these other areas here seem to be doing a little bit better, and we don't see as many Russians. Okay, you are trying to attack there. Don't do that, maybe. Maybe just focus on defending for a second here. And I don't think it's going to be that bad, because once we overwhelm these guys offensively, they should be done for defensively too. Right, let's try to attack over here. Support that attack, maybe we're going to be able to take them out there. Let's bring these troops up here to the north. It would be so brilliant if we could cut off more units, but we can't. It's just a slugfest. We're doing much, much worse than they did historically. Okay, you guys can stop here for a second. And you're just going to move towards there because Narva itself is occupied. It's not that bad, but still. Okay, one of you guys, can you move down here? Kind of this way. And maybe you can move into Tartu itself. Frontline up there is a mess, but still. How can they be so strong down here? Have they been regularly feeding in new units here? I think they did. Such a wasted opportunity. And again, over here, they are still attacking. We are attacking them. I think our attacks here are soon going to overwhelm them. And at that point, how can they be so good? If only we could create breakthroughs. So, probably our tank design was a little bit deficient in that it didn't provide enough defensive or enough breakthrough power, really. Don't try to attack Nava there. That doesn't go too well. Half of you do attack there. Make our life easier there. Make sure that we at least killing off these 4 units or whatever. Even though, like, a 4-unit encirclement is hardly worth it. Doesn't really make that much sense. But I don't see that many weak points. We truly do need weak points that we can exploit. And the issue, I think, over here is that we just couldn't create enough frontage. It was just a single... Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Here we go. So, I suppose all of you guys are going to attack. And by all of you guys, I mean half of... Okay, you, except you, all attack over here. And then half of you are actually going to attack someplace else. And what a place would that be? I actually think over there, in that direction. And maybe one of you is going to attack the tank. And the reason again is to make sure that they don't escape there. You guys, on the other hand, all attack into here. And then you can also attack towards the south. So we need to be a little bit more flexible here in whatever we had been planning. And I think this down here is good, because this now has a greater combat with. Some of our attacks here are happening across the river and such, so that's not great. Yeah, sure, non-aggression packs are, of course, welcome. How are we looking on rubber, by the way? It's okay-ish. I think we are still working on some of the technologies that would give us a bonus there. Lots of Russians down here, but we're just kind of eyeing each other down. Okay, you don't need to withdraw from here. It would actually be perfectly fine if you stayed. I only need to cut that link there. Are some of you at least advancing into here? Making our supply a little bit better? Yes, some of you are. That's nice. Honestly, at this point, I feel this fight down here has completely taken its course. This has ceased to be of any use at all. So let's grab all of you guys here. We're still gonna bring you into this field here, and then I'm gonna look at the ones with the lowest organization, because you evidently need to recover somewhat. Notice how little they have, some of these guys have, even in terms of equipment. And then we're going to try something different. And that different thing is going to be what? Lots of movement over here. A little bit of movement there. I think these planes over here are potentially the best fit. So we're going to try to attack into there. These 2 divisions. We are seeing some movement now of these guys here, which is fine. So let's try to attack them there. We're going to still pour resources into this fight down here, but maybe we can create something resembling a breakthrough. And I know I'm a broken parrot here, repeating breakthrough, 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 but we are struggling to create a good one. You know what? We should actually also look at our officer core. So we could go for bolt attack, embrace the future. You know what? We're going to embrace the future. Tanks it is. Okay, these attacks go nowhere, so let's continue to support this one. No attacks down here really, and there's rubber processing, great. I actually think we're going to go the next step here immediately. Rubber is looking much better than it did. Much better actually. So that is nice. Right, okay, we've got our troops here. But they did struggle to create any meaningful push. So I think what we're going to try to do then is actually do come towards the south and create a pocket down here. I was hoping for the traditional one, but just didn't seem to work out, honestly. So yeah, that's not going to work. Let's create a couple of more Sonderkraft Fahrzeuge. Oh, come on, guys. Just, please. Please. I need you to finish these things. Okay, down here, that goes nowhere. What are we going to do with these motorized equipment units? The alternative is, of course, we could try to get that to go somewhere. So let's you know what, let's be not that great in our ambition. But this time be a little bit more conservative here. And actually just try to create a small pocket. Maybe that's going to work a little bit better. Okay, a lot of you guys are going some place or another. Works so far over there. We're still seeing a lot of Russians down here, so we don't need to necessarily withdraw from there. One of these tank units? Well, tank units across the river are kind of pointless, but I think this should break fairly soon, and at that point we can come towards the south here, which again should make it a little bit... And we have so many resources here, and creating a pocket like this, fairly useful, I think. Come on, 95%, 97, 98, 99, 100? Yeah, there we go. Thank you. 96 against us, 90... Yeah, we should also win this one. And at that point, I think these guys are starting to look a little bit more difficult. It's starting to look a little bit more difficult for them. Right, yeah, you guys are doing that. That's fine. Who's going to the north there? Maybe don't do that. Right, so that's you? No. Right, honestly, just all of you go down to the south here. This is where the gap is, so just overwhelm them. Lots of troops here coming in from the side. You attack them, keep them in place, make sure your bodies can come down here to the south, and that's fine. You are now in the south. And while we haven't overwhelmed them yet at all, we are slowly but surely getting to a point where I think, you know, it looks okay for them, but they are attacking across the river here. And even if they kick back that one unit, you know what, we should actually just withdraw. And that means now, very soon, we should see a lot of these troops coming in here and occupy that province at the same time. And that means they can then defend jointly, rather than sort of piecemeal coming in. Right. What are we going to do here next? I think what we're going to do is we are going to attack towards the north here. We're going to attack here. We're going to attack there with half of you are going to attack there. You're going to attack there, here. And make sure that these guys are being slowly overwhelmed. Narva itself seems to be fine. Okay, this attack down here has not succeeded. But if we can try again. It's again a very narrow corridor through which we are trying to attack here. Slowly but surely something has established itself down here, but this attack is too flimsy in a way. what are we going to do with our first armor group there? I think our second armor group here truly is making some progress. We should see that fairly soon. Fairly soon a lot of troops are going to arrive here. Well, it's only a single division here, so my... excuse me. My plan evidently did not work, but, you know, there's the second division, there's the third, fourth, and some of you guys should be joining up the fight, and at that point, I think we have them pretty well pocketed up. Yeah, 89%, 90%. Come on, guys, just join up. I know you wanna. We've got 9% or so. You really can do that. And I'm guessing a lot of these troops over here should actually start their attacks, really, on these places. So that, A, we are starting to wear them down, and B, we can actually already try to make sure that they're not escaping or anything. So all of that is fine, but again, our armor here in the north is kind of not going anywhere, which really is a big shame. Right, why don't you guys all try to attack Talon itself? The sooner we wear them down here, the sooner you can move to back towards the front line, and that should be fairly nice. Right, I'll really have to think about our Panzerkorps. Maybe we should concentrate them a little bit more in one place, so that we can really drive through. That would cause further supply issues, I think. Yeah, you can see the Baltics are horrendously undersupplied. I'm trying to motorize sort of all of these supply hubs that are close to the front line. But even that, evidently, I mean, you can see the rail lines are being completely overtaxed. Especially this one. That is why we do need a little bit more construction, but there's a limit to what we can do. That being said, I think it is time to put in a cut. So thank you very much for watching, even if it has been again a little bit longer. And let's just briefly check out the war situation. So Soviet Union lost nearly 1 million men already, and we lost 400,000. Not a good exchange ratio, but so far we are holding up. Thank you very much, guys. Hope to see you around next time.